Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter and hello to everyone watching. For me it's a real thrill to be here.
Thuram! Against the crossbar.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
White. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Hernandez. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Calafiori. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Now White. And the keeper's got it again. Calafiori. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And it's Doué. Doué. Hernandez has it in a wide position. Back when it goes. He's tried one! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Timber. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zubimendi. White. For Rice. Saka. Wriggles his way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe goes hurtling down that left-hand side. And it's Tchouaméni. Havertz. Distributed tidily. Now it's Saka. And it's Rice. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Saliba. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Thuram. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rice. Arsenal finding their passes. He is just caressing the ball. Hangs one in.
Well played and well cleared.
Turns and goes back. Havertz. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot a goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And one more try! Just off target. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. White. Saka. For Rice. Now who's going to be first to this? Hernandez. Klaus. Konate. Doué. Chouameni.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Upamecano. Here's Chouameni. Saliba. Ball played for Klaus. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
France ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And a chance! Marvellous goal!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Rice. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period, and the score is 1-0. Turns back here, probably the best option. Calafiori. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
That has not gone well. Out for a throw.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 25, le numéro 9. À leur place, le numéro
Arsenal
10.
appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. France have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Lovely feet. Zubimendi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. He is through here! Caught offside that time. Arsenal have it back and can go again. Madueke. Looking to go deep. And he's there to clear it. Dembele.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Madueke. Havertz. And it's Eze. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Could move up a gear here. And they win it back again. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Upamecano. (1-0) as we head towards the end. Oh, that's well spotted. Just 5 minutes left. Good ball, good take. Great chance! And it's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Timber looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Doué. And that will be it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Mbappe claiming the man of the match. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. That's a good run down the left. Doué. Now it's Kante. Now it's Thuram. Doué. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Zubimendi. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And he's managed to get rid. And he's chosen to go back. Saka. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Saliba. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Still goalless at the moment. Saliba. Eze.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Zubimendi opts for safety, chooses to go cross-field, and it's White. Saliba, Zubimendi. Thuram wins the duel this time. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. White. Calafiori goes looking wide, and it's Timber. And it's Zubimendi. Played into space. Calafiori gets across to intercept that. That's good pressing, squeezing the play, and he's hit it long. Eze. Zubimendi. Saka. Now, can they get him away? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Calafiori. For Rice. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Timber. And it's Ødegaard. For Rice. Zubimendi. Thuram did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's in plenty of space here. That has not gone well. Saka. Rice. Showing great feet there. And it's Doué. It's a really well-measured ball. Chouameni. And here's Thuram. And that is expertly dealt with. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Klaus. Mbappe. And he's cut it out.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Doué. Doué goes on a charge down the left. White kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. He's on it, can he get away? Timber. And it's Rice. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Saka. Played back into the centre. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Thuram really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Played out wide. Very nicely done. And it's Zubimendi. Conte.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Conte. Now it's Saka. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard! It's there! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9, le numéro 24, le numéro 25, le numéro 22, le numéro 10. À leur place, le numéro 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 3.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That has ended up in no man's land. Zubimendi. Olise takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's a pretty loose pass. Digne tries to play it through. Camavinga!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, it's Dembele. Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Good read, needed to be. Trossard. Merino. Oh, that looks a decent ball. Oh, what has happened here?
France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Trossard. Header! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Really well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And that will be the final act. Oh, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And it's Eze. Odegaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He won't be happy with that one.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Knocks it into space. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, someone whose career I've watched with real interest, Peter, is Odegaard. Having seen him break through at such a young age and having so much pressure thrust on him, I really think that the time he spent outside Norway has done him a lot of good. And look how much he's developed.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Chouameni. And here's Thuram. Klaus. Oh, that's neat. He's onside. Distributed tidily. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Conte.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Odegaard. He's chosen to go back. Zubimendi. Eze. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Now it's Rice. Swing, terrific header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Saliba. And it's Conte. Oh, that's well spotted. Saka.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Saka. Now Odegaard. Zubimendi. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Rice. Saliba. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Zubimendi. Calafiori. And it's White. It's Saka. Rice. And it's Eze. Now Timber. Some really good ball movement. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. That's the keeper's ball. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Rice. Played back in. That is good alertness. Thuram. Doué. Klaus. And it's Conte. And here's Thuram. Spread it left. Hernandez receives it in a good position here. Oh, Waters has shapes to shoot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Doué certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Pinches it off him. Nicely aimed pass.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Une minute.
He has found the way through. Eze. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. There's the whistle for half-time. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started.
Merci à tous
Plenty for
d'accueillir
both
les
managers to
joueurs.
mull over here. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we are back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Saliba cuts out the pass. Saka. Rice. That's Eze. Added Subimendi. Saliba. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Thuram. Eze. And it's Rice. Subimendi. That's Eze. And it's Timber. Now he's got space here, and he's picked it up out wide. Crosses it in here. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. France are looking to break at pace. Conte.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Conte. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Decent chance! He's got a goal! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24, le numéro 25, le numéro 9. À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 6, le
We have
numéro
got
7.
changes here from
Changement en
both
cours.
sides, in fact. France have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Timber. And here's Eze. Good ball, good take. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And France can counter now. And he's picked out the run. Face to big chance! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 3.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, well measured. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Digne. Some good work on the right flank here. Looking for the run. Always onto this. Upamecano. Chouameni. Chance here to counter. This looks promising. He's found a way through. And the shot! Lewis Skelly gets good distance on it. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication.
Mbappe! Mbappe is magnificent! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And already we're underway here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eze. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But When the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. And it's Zubimendi. Now it's Saka. He's being urged to shoot. Cleared without complication. And smartly reclaimed. Turns back here, probably the best option. Calafiori.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Gabriel. Arsenal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Mbappe. Conte. Tchouaméni. Knocks it into space. And Koundé. And it's Tchouaméni. Saka. Timber. That has ended up in no man's land. Good ball, good take. Conte, chance! Goal! France! And France are in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Played into space out wide. Arsenal have a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. They're taking a moment to consider their options.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Rice. Calafiori.
France really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Doué. Hernandez. Ball played for Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Thuram. And he welcomes it in. Now the delivery. And he's there to clear it. Rice. Timber. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Thuram. Looking for options for movement. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
France have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
France definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Eze is behind this one. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Zubimendi. Now it's Thuram. Doué. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Calafiori. He's in a great position here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Timber. And it's Eze. That's a super give and go. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Knocks it out wide. Cross to the back post.
Arsenal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, there's a probing ball. That's an imaginative pass. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Calafiori was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Thuram. And here's Eze. Doué. Saka. Well read, and the danger is averted. Hernandez getting this one clear. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Now, this could be a chance. Tchouaméni gets rid without sophistication. Tries to play it through. Think through. Now it's Mbappe. Just the goal kick. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
France surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Mbappe. And it's Hernandez. He slings it. Chance! Taken with style!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 25, le numéro 9, le numéro 10, le numéro 8, le numéro 22. À leur place, le numéro 6, le numéro 7, le numéro 12, le numéro 2, le numéro 3. Digne, changement.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. White. And here's Madueke. Back into the middle. Goes for a shot! Should have equalised.
Oh, what a moment for him, Peter. He'll be losing sleep over that one tonight.
France leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. He's shifting through the gears here. And that's been intercepted. Shoots! That comes as a mighty relief. Played into space. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's lost it. Shot at goal! Oh, taken with style. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
France could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Gabriel. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.